Have you ever noticed how some people seem completely relaxed about money, while others stress over every single dollar? Here's the surprising part. The difference usually isn't $1 million, it's not even six figures. For many people, everything starts changing when they reach one simple milestone, $20,000. And no, $20,000 won't make you rich overnight, but it can completely transform how you think, work, invest, and make financial decisions. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why this number is one of the most important milestones on the path to real wealth. Imagine trying to push a giant boulder uphill. At first, every inch feels impossible. You're putting in maximum effort but barely seeing progress. That's exactly how building wealth feels when you're starting from zero. Every paycheck disappears into bills. Every unexpected expense feels like an emergency. And every financial decision comes with stress. But here's where things get interesting. Eventually, there comes a point where that boulder reaches the top of the hill. Suddenly, momentum starts helping you instead of fighting you. For many people, that turning point is around $20,000. Before reaching it, you're mostly focused on survival. After reaching it, you can finally start focusing on growth. Most people never realize how much money affects their psychology. When savings are low, your brain is constantly looking for danger. You worry about losing your job. You worry about surprise expenses. You worry about making the wrong financial move. It's difficult to think long-term when you're busy solving short-term problems. But once you build a meaningful cash cushion, something remarkable happens. You stop asking, how am I going to get through next month? And you start asking, how can I make my money work harder? That shift alone changes everything. If you're already working toward your first $20,000, drop a comment below and let me know how close you are. I'd love to hear your progress. Now let's talk about the math. Suppose you're investing $1,000 every month while earning an average annual return of 8%. Reaching your first $20,000 requires discipline. It requires patience. And honestly, it requires doing things most people refuse to do. But here's the crazy part. The second $20,000 comes faster than the first. Why? Because now your money has joined the team. Instead of relying entirely on your paycheck, your investments start producing returns of their own. And this is where the magic of compound growth begins. At first, you're doing almost all the work. Later, your money starts sharing the workload. And eventually, your money does most of the heavy lifting. That's why wealthy people often appear to get richer faster. It's not because they discovered some secret loophole. It's because larger amounts of money generate larger returns. The rules are the same, the numbers are different. If you're finding value in this video so far, make sure to hit that like button because understanding this concept can completely change the way you build wealth. But money isn't the only thing growing when you reach this milestone. Your confidence grows too. Think about what it takes to save $20,000. You have to control spending. You have to stay consistent. You have to delay gratification. And you have to keep going even when progress feels slow. By the time you reach that number, you've proven something important to yourself. You've proven that you're capable of managing money responsibly. That confidence carries into every future financial decision. And this is where things get really interesting. You start seeing opportunities that most people miss. Imagine a great business opportunity appears, or a career certification that could increase your income, or an investment opportunity you've researched carefully. Without savings, these opportunities often pass by. But with money available, you have options. And options create freedom. That's one reason wealthy people seem to have more opportunities. It's not luck, it's preparation. Money gives you the ability to act when opportunity appears. Another huge change happens in your career. When you're living paycheck to paycheck, every job feels permanent. You tolerate bad managers. You accept low pay. You avoid taking risks because losing that paycheck feels terrifying. But once you've built a solid financial cushion, the dynamic changes. You gain what I like to call walking away power. You don't feel trapped anymore. You can negotiate more confidently. You can pursue better opportunities, or a career certification that could increase your income, or an investment opportunity you've researched carefully. Without savings, these opportunities often pass by. But with money available, you have options, and options create freedom. That's one reason wealthy people seem to have more opportunities. It's not luck, it's preparation. Money gives you the ability to act when opportunity appears. Another huge change happens in your career. When you're living paycheck to paycheck, every job feels permanent. You tolerate bad managers, you accept low pay. You avoid taking risks, because losing that paycheck feels terrifying. But once you've built a solid financial cushion, the dynamic changes. You gain what I like to call walking away power. You don't feel trapped anymore. You can negotiate more confidently. You can pursue better opportunities. You can invest in yourself. And often, simply knowing you have options makes you perform better at work. People notice confidence. They notice leadership. They notice initiative. And those qualities often lead to higher income over time. But before we continue, there's a mistake that destroys many people's progress. The moment they hit a financial milestone, they celebrate by buying something expensive. A luxury car, a bigger house, an unnecessary upgrade, and suddenly years of effort disappear. Don't make that mistake. Your first $20,000 isn't the finish line. It's the foundation. It's the seed that can eventually grow into hundreds of thousands of dollars if you protect it and allow it to compound. Here's a question most people never ask. When buying something expensive, do you focus on the monthly payment or the true cost? Because those are very different things. A purchase isn't just what you spend today. It's also what that money could have become if it stayed invested. This is called opportunity cost. And once you understand it, your entire perspective changes. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this?" you begin asking, "Less this worth giving up future wealth?" That's a powerful question, and it often leads to smarter decisions. Look, $20,000 won't instantly solve every financial problem. It won't make you wealthy overnight, but it creates momentum. It creates confidence. It creates opportunities. And, most importantly, it gives you control. The journey to financial freedom doesn't start with millions. It starts with a strong foundation. So if you're still working toward that first $20,000, keep going. Because once you reach it, you'll realize something surprising. The hardest part wasn't growing your money. The hardest part was becoming the person capable of building wealth in the first place. And when that happens, everything starts to change.